Two people start a relationship based on love and mutual respect for each other. All is well. But somewhere along the way, things change. They each have their own fantasies of what they expect the relationship to be, which could be very different from what the other person feels. They also have certain expectations from each other. These expectations can be completely different from what they as individuals really are. In most intimate relationships, women are not treated equally to men. Power inequalities are created because of the notion that women are the caregivers and that men are the breadwinners who should protect and provide for the woman, thus giving them decision-making power. This causes dependency that, over a period of time, fosters the need for power and authority in the man, making him feel it is his right to control his partner. This is what eventually leads to intimate partner violence and abuse. Abuse in a relationship starts slowly and gradually, to the extent that the other person doesn't even realize that they are being abused. Abuse is all about having control. When a person constantly asks their partner where they are, what they are doing, and who they are with, when they start to tell their partner what they can and can't do, they think they are doing it to protect them. But somewhere down the line, this behavior becomes controlling. Having this control over a period of time makes a person violent when their partner fails to comply with their instructions. Intimate partner violence is not just causing physical harm or emotional trauma, but in reality, it is much more than that. When a woman is manipulated to do things that she may not be comfortable doing, when she is intimidated by looks, actions, or gestures that could make her feel afraid, when she is told that if she doesn't do what is asked of her, she will be harmed, or that her friends, a member of her family, or even her pet will be harmed. When her partner threatens to harm himself if she does not comply with his demands. Such intimidation and threats over a period of time can have a grave effect on a person's mental health. This kind of abuse, though it is not physical in nature, over a period of time results in the weakening of her mental health and well-being, and can cause her to doubt her own sanity and eventually lose control over her own judgment. Emotional abuse causes scars that may not be physically visible, but that are internal and that have a real and long-lasting negative effect on a person's self-esteem and confidence. When a woman is insulted, called names, and constantly told that she is stupid or ugly, when she is belittled and made to feel that she isn't an important part of the relationship, or that her feelings and opinions do not matter. When she is constantly made to feel guilty for things that aren't even her fault. When she is accused of being unfaithful even when she has been faithful. When she is humiliated, especially in public or in front of her friends or family members, it has an effect on her emotions. This kind of abuse causes a person emotional damage. They may not have physical scars to show, but that doesn't mean they are not hurt. This emotional abuse could have greater effects and could leave a person feeling depressed and even suicidal. In some relationships, the man may be the sole breadwinner, giving him decision-making power and control. This may cause him to prevent his partner from working. When she does not earn or have access to money, she goes to him. This is where he can choose to either give her money to spend or to deny her wants. This gives him control in the relationship and leaves her being completely dependent on him. In a situation where a woman has the freedom to work, her partner may still enforce power over her by taking control of her finances. He may control her access and even her use of the money she earns. He may force her to give him access to her bank account and her debit or credit cards, and may even take money from her without her permission. He may borrow money from her continuously but never return it. He may force her to pay all the bills. He may even criticize the way she spends her money by telling her she spends too much and on things she doesn't need. This kind of abuse can be harmful for an individual. It is easy to say that any woman in this situation should leave the relationship and move on. But in reality, when her finances are being controlled by her partner, if she leaves, there is no way that she will be able to support herself. Injurious physical abuse is hitting, slapping, punching, biting, or kicking a person to the extent that there are injuries like bruises, bleeding, scarring, or even broken bones. This kind of abuse also includes burning, drowning, or poisoning a person. A person may also have something thrown at them that could hurt them and cause injuries. This kind of abuse is extremely dangerous because any sort of physical trauma to the body can result in short-term bruising, bleeding, fractures, and broken bones that can be healed with the necessary medical treatment. However, there could also be very serious long-term injuries like internal damage to organs that could lead to lifelong disabilities, paralysis, and in some cases, even death. However, physical abuse doesn't necessarily mean causing physical injuries to a person. There is also non-injurious physical abuse. When a person is restrained against their will, when they are locked in a room, when food or drinks are spilt on them repeatedly on purpose, when things are aggressively snatched away from them, when things are thrown, maybe not directly at them, but in close proximity to where they are standing. This abuse may not cause any physical injuries, but can cause a person to fear for their safety. In a relationship, sex can be used as a weapon of control when one person forces the other to engage in certain sexual acts that may make them uncomfortable. When a woman is touched in a way that makes her feel uncomfortable, especially without her consent. When she is forced to watch pornography and do sexual things while watching it. When there is a demand for her to take naked and sexual photographs of herself, much to her discomfort and unwillingness to do so. Being partners in a relationship does not mean that one person is there to constantly fulfill the demands of the other. Sexual activities, whether in a relationship or not, should be a mutual activity by all those involved. Consent is a very important aspect, especially when it comes to engaging in sexual activities, because without such consent, sexual activities that are forced could amount to sexual assault or rape, crimes that are punishable by the law. All this over a period of time not only affects the psychology and physical well-being of a person, but also strengthens the inequality in the relationship.